Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Depends on when you're watching my video. Today, I want to talk on the etiology of mental illness. First of all, what do you understand by the term etiology? So many philosophers, so many educationists have emphasized on different or diverse definition of etiology. Some people say it is a philosophical means upon which a particular event occurs. So also emphasize that it is the cause of an event. Now we're talking about mental illness. What is the cause of mental illness? Basically, there is no specific cause of mental illness. So that's why in medical field, when they say what is the cause of mental illness, who say the cause of mental illness is unknown, idiopathic. That is the term used for it. Idiopathic means unknown, idiopathic. Then, but we have some other things we have attributed the cause of mental illness to. Then we now classify those things into predisposing and precipitating factors. Then, because of some research, we also call what we call transactional factors. Why they call this particular factor transactional? It is telling you that you are combining series of causes as a major causes of mental illness like social, bio, psycho, economic cause. But other things me I see it to be classified under environmental or precipitating factor. However, for your information and for educative purpose, I want to tell you that mental illness have two major ways of being how is being classified. One, we have what to call, the cause is classified into two major ways based on applied cause of mental illness. Remember, I said we have one predisposing and precipitating factor. This particular classification is called applied causes of mental illness. Then we have theoretical causes. This is where there is a model upon which a particular belief is attached to the cause of mental illness. That we talk about some theories like humanistic theory, talk about things like psychoanalytical theory, psychodynamic theory, we talk about environmental theory, biological theory, existential theory, so many theories, biochemical theory, talk about even biopsychosocial theory, but all these things is what they're going to talk one after the other. Then let's come to the basic predisposing factor of mental illness. Take note under applied cause. One is hereditary. Hereditary or genetics. That is to tell you that a particular disease, for instance, mental illness, can be transferred from parents to offspring through a gene. That is one from a chromosomal, version. So a particular gene or a chromosomal anomaly can lead to a basic cause of mental illness because this anomaly is being inherited from either the mother or the father. That's why we say we have hereditary factor or hereditary cause under precipitating factor. Under predisposing factor. Then we have another one that they call constitutional factors. In constitutional factor, I know why I group this particular cause as constitutional because here it is emphasizing on both the personality of an individual. It also talk on the body build. It also talk basically on temperament. Do you know that a particular individual have a particular temperament that can be, predisposed an individual to particular illness. For instance, we have the four quadrants of temperament where we have the choleric, melancholic, we have sanguine, we have things like other, even phlegmatic. All these things are personalities. And sorry, they are temperament. Then we have personalities. We have also 10 different types of personality, which is being grouped into group A, B, and C. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, you can get terms like histrionic personality, psycho, okay, schizopathal personality, avoidance personality. All these particular personality can lead to a particular illness. I will be outlining the one after the other. If you are an individual that have mental illness, that you have seen that this individual mental illness is related to age. That is another number three under predisposing factor or biological factor. Age. We have some illnesses that is common among the children. What kind of illness that is common among the children? You can talk illnesses like, for instance, autistic autism. That is, we call it the spectrum of autism, or autistic spectrum, where you can get things like Asperger syndrome. Then we still have ADHD, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. It's also a particular cause, I mean, age-related cause of mental illness. That is to say that some specific illness are age-related. Okay, let's come to the aged, like things like dementia. We have dementia among the aged. We have dementia among those that are above, let me say, 60 to 65. Depends if you're having senile or pre-senile dementia. Guys, this I'm talking is under biological cause. Then in biological and physiological, we still talk about an event where you are trying to emphasize on the biochemical cause. That is, anomaly or abnormality in the neurotransmitters can lead to mental illness. Those that are naturally hyperactive is seen as people that are already what? That have high adrenergic level or high adrenaline or epinephrine. If to an extent, their dopamine can also be high, but they may be having a lower GABA. And this individual have a lower GABA takes alcohol. Definitely, you see that the alcohol will enhance GABA, and the person will be what? The person will be what? And directly become drunk because the GABA of an individual is higher than dopamine. Okay, let me go straight again. I don't want to talk more, but I'm going grade by grade. Very important. Then let's go into genetic mutation. In the process of where a gene is being, polymerized, I want to call gene polymer from a particular gene come from the chromatide. From there, we have a full blown gene, then all from chromosome. Then this particular mutation in the chromosome formation can as well lead to what we call mental illness. How? Some people have Down syndrome. In Down syndrome, in Down syndrome, you can still see some persons that have illnesses like, because a particular number in the chromosome, either chromosome 21 or chromosome 23 is affected, this can lead to Klinefelter syndrome or Down syndrome. Like if chromosome 21 is very implicated, that means the individual will come out with Down syndrome. Then if it is that of chromosome 23, the individual will have Klinefelter syndrome. Do you see how chromosomal mutation can lead to mental illness? That is under predisposing factor. I don't want to go far. Let me just do it fast. Let me just do it fast and rush because of time. We talk about predisposing factor. What is predisposing? What is precipitating? Sorry, precipitating factor number two. What is precipitating factor? The term precipitating, it means precipitation, exacerbation, environmental, psychological. That means the cause of this mental illness is not biological, but is physical. That is, it is physical or environmental. Let me use that term. It is within our psychology, it's within our environment that is being affected by our biologic makeup, which is the sense organs, the five sense organs. See, without the five sense organs, we cannot see what is happening on earth. We cannot feel this, we cannot feel, we cannot have perception, and do we have anything like illusion or being deluded in any form? So this perception is being attributed by the basic function of the five senses, five sense organs: eye, skin, nose. If you mention but a few ear, then you see that because you hear from your ear, it affects your psychology, it affects your state of mind, depends on your build. They want to call emotional intelligence. Depends on the level of emotional intelligence can determine how you can be affected. Some person can hear an information that your dad is sick, for instance. That can affect your exam as a student. That can affect, but it depends on how you perceive it. That's why in my next course, I'm going to talk about emotional intelligence and how to be